Okay, fellas, listen, I'm pretty sure you know why I'm sending you this note. And it might seem like last minute, but I really want to talk to you about making it a priority to come to the men's retreat next weekend. Now, you might say to yourself, well, I don't have time for that. I got other stuff to do. I got kids doing that and kids doing this. I got stuff to fix, or whatever your reasons are. Football's over. That much we know. But I really want to appeal to you on a different level. I want to take you back to a story, something happened to me when I went to a conference back in October. And it was a conference for pastors looking at the future, where we're at on this culture. And I don't care at this point whether you're 15 or 90. It's really about being a man and what that means in our culture. There was a guy there, and he came out of the homosexual lifestyle, and he was talking about the agenda of the LGBTQ movement in our culture. What the story I'm going to tell you has nothing really to do with that. It is not a hit on that culture or what's going on there. It has to do with the visceral response of being a man. As this man was describing what's going on, he was very passionate. He talked about what was taking place in what we call these drag queen shows. And he showed some film and he showed some snapshots of a man who was dressed, and he kind of looked like Ursula the Sea Witch with huge makeup on. He was a large man, much bigger than myself, tall, probably 6'2", had facial hair, but he was wearing a dress. And after he got done reading the story, he was down on the floor wrestling with all these little kids. And what was apparent, without being completely apparent, was this man not only was wearing a dress, but he had no underwear on. And he was wrestling around with toddlers and little kids, 4, 5, 6-year-old kids. And what bothered me about it at first was I looked around and I saw in the pictures, I guess something I noticed that wasn't there. I saw a lot of little moms who I'm sure thought that what they were doing was very insightful and thoughtful and good for their kids, exposing them to this, thinking that they were teaching their kids to be open-minded. What I did not see in this scene were men. I did not see dads there. I saw moms. And what I also noticed, and as I was listening to this man said, this is a typical thing. This is happening a lot. And then he got really animated, kind of stepped in, and he put his finger back like this, his thumb, and he said, this is an assault on femininity. And he said, this is an assault on children. And as I heard that, instantly my heart went to this, because I thought, wait a minute, this is what guys are all about. I'm 63. I'm not a young man. I'm not exactly a guy that would be intimidating. But in my heart was stirring, because I thought to myself, I know about that. This is what I was made to do, because men just in their know inside that they are there to protect women and children, not just their own wives, not just their own daughters, not just their kids, other people's kids, other people's daughters, other people's wives, other people's moms. That we are made for that is instinctive. It's inside of us. And as I listened to this and I thought about what this man was saying, I realized this is what's missing from our culture, is an understanding of what it means to be a protector, what it means to be a man of integrity. What does it mean to be a man who understands why he's here on this earth? Now, we have a lot of things that can distract us, as I kind of joked about earlier. We can think of a lot of things that we're supposed to be doing. But if we're not doing what we were sent here to do, what we were made to do, if we don't understand our purpose, if we don't understand our calling, if we don't understand our place in this culture, in this world, why God put us here, we're going to waste a lot of time. And I think we're going to feel like we're pretty fruitless. So I'm asking you to come. My friend Vance is going to be there. And his challenge, my challenge to you that weekend is going to be this. Do you want to become a man of purpose? Do you want to understand? Do you want somebody to speak into your heart about what you were made to do, why you're here, why God put you here? And would you be willing to become a different guy, or a guy that takes it to the next level, a guy that knows how to step up? That's what this retreat will be about. If you can't afford to go, I want you to go. We'll figure out a way to pay your way. We got some extra money set aside for that. If you can afford to go, pay your way so that we can give that money to somebody else. But here's the deal. Do not stay home. We need you. So come if you would. Be the guy that God wants you to be. Find out what that looks like. All right? We'll see you next weekend.